Colin Powell was an American politician, diplomat, statesman, and four-star general who served as the 65th United States Secretary of State from 2001 to 2005. He was the first African-American Secretary of State, prior to the election of Barack Obama as president in 2008. He and his successor, Condoleezza Rice, were the highest-ranking African Americans in federal executive branch history. He served as the 16th United States National Security Advisor from 1987 to 1989 and as the 12th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 1989 to 1993. Powell was born in New York City in 1937 and was raised in the South Bronx. His parents, Luther and Maud Powell, immigrated to the United States from Jamaica. He was educated in the New York City public schools and received a bachelor's degree in geology from the City College of New York. He also participated in ROTC at CCNY and received a commission as an Army second lieutenant upon graduation in June 1958. He was a professional soldier for 35 years, during which time he held many command and staff positions and rose to the rank of four-star general. He was commander of the U.S. Army Forces Command in 1989. Powell's last assignment, from October 1989 to September 1993, was as the 12th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest military position in the Department of Defense. During this time, he oversaw 28 crises, including the invasion of Panama in 1989 and Operation Desert Storm in the Persian Gulf War against Iraq in 1990-1991. He formulated the Powell Doctrine, which limits American military action unless it satisfies criteria regarding American national security interests, overwhelming force, and widespread public support. He was the 65th United States Secretary of State, serving under Republican President George W. Bush. His term was highly controversial regarding his inaccurate justification for America's Iraq War in 2003. He was forced to resign after Bush was re-elected in 2004. In 1995, Powell wrote his autobiography, My American Journey, and then in retirement another book, It Worked for Me, Lessons in Life and Leadership. He pursued a career as a public speaker, addressing audiences across the country and abroad. Prior to his appointment as Secretary of State, Powell was the chairman of America's Promise, the Alliance for Youth, a national non-profit organization dedicated to mobilizing people from every sector of American life to build the character and competence of young people. He won numerous U.S. and foreign military awards and decorations. His civilian awards included the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the Congressional Gold Medal, the Presidential Citizens Medal, the Secretary of State Distinguished Service Medal, and the Secretary of Energy Distinguished Service Medal. Several schools and other institutions were named in his honor, and he held honorary degrees from universities and colleges across the country. In 2016, while not a candidate for that year's election, he received 3 electoral votes from Washington for the office of President of the United States. Powell, who was being treated for blood cancer, died from complications of COVID-19 on October 18, 2021. Colin Powell was born on April 5, 1937, in Harlem, a neighborhood in the New York City borough of Manhattan, to Jamaican immigrants, Maud Ariel and Luther Theophilus Powell. His parents were both of mixed African and Scottish ancestry. Luther worked as a shipping clerk and Maud as a seamstress. Powell was raised in the South Bronx and attended the now-closed Morris High School, from which he graduated in 1954. While at school, Powell worked at a local baby furniture store, where he picked up Yiddish from the Eastern European Jewish shopkeepers and some of the customers. He also served as a Shabbos Goy, helping Orthodox families with needed tasks on the Sabbath. He received a Bachelor of Science degree in geology from the City College of New York in 1958 and said that he was a C average student. Powell also graduated from George Washington University with an MBA in 1971 and an honorary Doctor of Public Service in 1990. Despite his parents' pronunciation of his name as Cullen Powell pronounced his name, Cole, from childhood on after the World War II flyer Colin P. Kelly Jr. Powell was a professional soldier for 35 years, holding a variety of command and staff positions and rising to the rank of general. While attending the City College of New York, Powell joined the Reserve Officers Training Corps. He described the experience as one of the happiest experiences of his life. According to Powell, "It was only once I was in college, about 6 months into college, when I found something that I liked. And that was ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Corps in the military. And I not only liked it, but I was pretty good at it." That's what you really have to look for in life. Something that you like, and something that you think you're pretty good at. And if you can put those